When people protested in the streets in June about your action, you arrested dozens of them and your security forces beat them up in custody. And you tell me how democratic you are.
Well, look, if you want me to be perfect, I'm not perfect.
This is very far from being perfect, isn't it?
Look.
This is government policy. You beat them up consistently.
You mentioned one demonstration. It's true. Some people were beaten up. That's right.
Let's get on to the real problem.
Let's get to the real problem, exactly.
Which is the human rights abuses. Human Rights Watch, which you've dealt with for many years, has just produced its latest report, compiled over 2 years, which features credible reports of shocking human rights abuses by your security services. Shocking abuse.
Yes.
They say that there are violations of international humanitarian law and contravene the legal obligations that you took when you signed up to human rights treaties over the last 5 years. Torture, extensively documented, may amount to a crime against humanity. And you're telling me you're a democratic state.
We are.
And you allow torture on a daily basis.
No, we are. We are a democratic state.
You allow torture on a daily basis.
Look, we took the report very seriously. The next morning, the Prime Minister, myself, the Minister of Interior, the Deputy, we met and issued a statement taking into account to study every single word in this report and formed a committee to investigate every single matter.
I got the same answers from you 10,
no,
15, 20
you
years
get the answer.
I got exactly the same
answer from me. You know, Tim.
This is the problem with growing old. You remember a few things, you know.
The point is, you know me very well, Tim. And that you know.
And I know you've made excuses for this behavior year after year after year. You live in Jericho. In the West Bank, some of the harshest treatment reported by detainees takes place in Jericho. Officers force prisoners into painful stress positions, long stints in solitary confinement. A young man from the Balata refugee camp said he was twice subjected to electric shocks and once had a cord tied around his genitals. So much for signing the Convention Against Torture. How many people have been held accountable? Look, how many? How many?
Many.
How many? You can't tell me, can you?
Governors.
3, 5,
no, wait a minute,
7,
wait a minute. I cannot tell you numbers.
How many?
Governors.
How many?
I really cannot. As I told you,
it doesn't mean anything
so much
unless
to me.
You have a number.
I will get you the number. I don't have it with me now.
January last year, your security forces detained Faris Jabbour, a student from Hebron, about his participation in a book event organized by the Islamic group at his university. You go after these people again and again and again. He was taken on one occasion to the Jericho detention center where officers alternated between kicking and hitting him with a stick. You're smiling.
I'm
smiling
because
to smile about.
No, because I live in Jericho. And Nami, my wife, is
under your nose.
Nami knows. People come at knock on my door at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning and wake me up and tell me our son is there and our daughter is there and so on. And I go with them.
So you know it's going on.
Of course. And then I go and interfere and stop it on behalf of the President and the Prime Minister.
How democratic you are.
We
at
are.
the same time as you
that's
know
why,
this
that's
is
why,
going
that's
on.
why.
Aren't you ashamed of all this that's been going on?
In some cases, I'm ashamed, yes. Sometimes we have people who attack others for their religion and so on. I'm ashamed of it.
Is this what a future Palestinian state would look like?
The future Palestinian state would look like
human rights abuses,
the discussion
corruption,
that's going on now.
Crackdown on free speech,
no.
internet controls.